You can't break me or erase me. I'm not alone, I've got all my friends. They inspire me to be young and free. Now I'm strong, there's no stopping me. But follow me, follow me, but follow me. I'll take you to a place that you would rather be. Follow me, you would rather be. Follow me tonight. You only live once, baby, that's tonight. That's tonight. Wanna feel alive. We're on top of the world. You only live once, baby, that's tonight. That's tonight. Wanna feel alive, baby, that's tonight. We are forever young. Too young to be crying over you. We've been here before, stuck in this groove. Say goodbye, 'cause we've got nothing to prove. Since you left, I live my life like I've nothing to lose. Follow me, but follow me. I'll take you to a place that you would rather be. Follow me, you would rather be. Tonight, you only live once, baby, that's tonight. That's tonight. Wanna feel alive. We're on top of the world. You only live once, baby, that's tonight. That's tonight. Wanna feel alive, baby, that's tonight. We are forever young. Look into my eyes and you can follow me. I'll take you to a place that you would rather be. Follow me, you would rather be. Tonight, you only live once, baby, that's tonight. That's tonight. Wanna feel alive. We're on top of the world. You only live once, baby, that's tonight. That's tonight. Wanna feel alive, baby, that's tonight. We are forever young, baby, that's tonight. That's tonight. Wanna feel alive. We're on top of the world. You only live once, baby, that's tonight. That's tonight. Wanna feel alive, baby, that's tonight. We are forever young. keep myself in the dark, shadows watching over me, over me. You flicked the switch, made a spark. From then on I wore my heart upon my sleeve. With you I bear all the scars. I was left with paper skin, you let me in. A different home, broken start. Baby, where do I begin? I begin. Rising up, we touch the sky. Won't be promising that I won't ever let you fall. We could build a mountain stories high if we played a game, just you and I. Whoa, like a house of cards, house of cards. Hey, when it all comes crashing to the ground, we can start again and work it out. Like a house of cards, house of cards. Hey, you found me after the fire, like a diamond in the rough. We're strong enough, raising the beds, pushing higher, risking everything for us. It's all for us. Rising up, we touch the sky. Won't be promising that I won't ever let you fall. We could build a mountain stories high if we played a game, just you and I. Whoa, like a house of cards, house of cards. Hey, when it all comes crashing to the ground, we can start again and work it out. Like a house of cards, house of cards. Hey, keep rising up just to fall down, keep rising up just to fall down, keep rising up just to fall down, down. We could build a mountain stories high if we played a game, just you and I. Whoa, like a house of cards, house of cards. Hey, when it all comes crashing to the ground, we can start again and work it out. Like a house of cards, house of cards.
Hello everyone and welcome to the last ever edition of EPT Retro. One last time we're going to take a retrospective look at the early seasons of the European Poker Tour. I'm James Hartigan alongside Joe Stapleton.
Hello, my babies. James, I'm wearing my favorite shirt of the other thing we're never going to do again.
Oh, the PokerStars Canada Cup. Well, I was going to say, Joe, I know there's a lot of retro fans out there who are probably a little bit maudlin at the news that we will not go any further with this series, but hey, we know how to dredge up old material. We know how to whip a deceased Equus, and I guarantee you we'll be pulling more old TV shows out of the archive in the new year. We are going to be revisiting other global tours from the PokerStars canon and making sure that we bring you some more streams down the line. But more exciting than that and more imminent is tomorrow. We're going to start 6 days of live streaming from EPT Online. As you know, that festival is running right now. The 10K High Roller starts tonight. In fact, it's just got underway, and we are going to be covering the final table of that tomorrow, followed by the final table of the 1K Arena Championship, followed by the 25K Super High Roller, and then after the weekend, 3 consecutive days of main event coverage. Very excited for EPT Online. We caught up today with Sam, Maria, Griffin, and Nick. They're going to be part of the broadcast team, and we are going to be on air tomorrow at the usual time with cards up coverage of EPT Online. But tonight, it is all about an event from May of 2011. Joe, are you ready for Cock?
I love Cock. I'm excited for Cock. How many more times can I get away with saying this?
Well, there is a reason why we put 18 plus on this stream, because we have an event that followed the grand final in Madrid, season 7 of the European Poker Tour, the first ever Champion of Champions event. I say the first ever, it only happened once after that in Monte Carlo the next year, when it was rebranded the Tournament of Champions for obvious reasons, because TOC is a less offensive abbreviation. I like the idea of this. It was basically to bring back all the previous winners of EPT main events. It was a free roll, a €100,000 free roll. And if you had an EPT main event title, you could rock up to Madrid and play. And I think around 50 to 55 former champions showed up in Madrid to play this event. Only 4 would get prizes. It was paying EPT credits, basically buy-ins for EPT tournaments. 4th place getting 10K in EPT credit, 15K for 3rd, 25K for the runner-up, and 50K for the winner. And on the one hand, this was awesome. Such a delight to see all of these familiar faces. And I think, Joe, even though you did the commentary for the TV shows back in 2011, now I think this is going to have more meaning, because I think you know a lot more of these characters.
Yes.
And I think you appreciate the legacy and history of the EPT a bit better, especially having just done 7 seasons of Retro.
Almost none of these names meant anything to me at the time. You know, there were a few. It was almost worse because some of them were supposed to mean something to me,
Of course.
and didn't.
Of
And
course.
so I didn't quite grasp all that. I do remember one thing about this, which maybe I don't remember. Isn't the structure for this like blazingly fast?
Yes and no. So here's the weird thing, right? As a one-day event, this was never going to work for a live stream. And it didn't really. It was a nightmare when we streamed it live. But it also doesn't really work for TV, because tables are breaking left, right, and center. You never really get a consistent lineup at the feature table. You never really get to see any story arcs developing with any of the characters we're following. But at the same time, they start with 500 big blinds. I had to check this. I'm looking at the graphics and seeing, hold on a second, a 100,000 chip starting stack with the blinds at 100, 200. There's got to be a mistake. That can't be right. It's right. And apparently when the players sat down, they actually appealed to Thomas Kremser and said, any chance we can start at like 300, 600? Like strip away the first few blind levels. But instead of doing that, they just sped the blinds up. And I think it was playing with either a 10-minute clock or a 15-minute clock, because it had to be done in a single day. And you're right, it is a bit of a turbo, but still, hopefully, a lot of fun. Hopefully we get some good banter. Hopefully we get some good champion-on-champion action. There's still going to be a few faces that we don't recognise, because there will be some EPTs that weren't televised or weren't live streamed. But Joe, take a look at the lineup on the very first feature table that we have here. Faces that we've seen in earlier seasons, and some of the more recent winners as well. Pleased to say that we've got Vicky Corrin at the table, Liv Boeree, 2 of the 3 female winners, Jan Bubli, a former Barcelona winner, Ben Wilanowski, who we just saw win in Berlin. And here's a heads up, guys. There will be a new Poker in the Ears podcast on Friday. And thanks to Joe's connections, thrilled to say that we spoke to Ben Wilanowski. It's a great interview. catching up with Ben, reliving what he calls the glory days. So make sure you check out that new podcast on Friday. Roberto Romanello's at the table. Ruben Peters, a former Dublin winner. Michael Eiler, another Season 7 champ. He won in Vienna. He was at the final table when Daniel finished fourth in that event. So, again, we'll check in on some of the outer tables as well. But enjoy. Should say, only 2 shows made from this event, and that's why I highlighted on Twitter a few minutes ago. This is going to be a short stream, so enjoy it while it lasts. Let's roll with the cock. Do we have a cock? Do we have a cock? We have a cock.
Cock me. Let's get cocky. I guess we could have called it the Chotch. Doesn't sound much better.
So everyone, obviously, is a former EPT champion. Jan
Let's take a
Bublé.
look around the room at some of the former EP. Oh, no, wait, it's everyone.
Yeah. Jan Bublé's limp with 4s, and Ben Wilanowski's going to raise with jacks.
This is a really great table draw as far as like people who are fun to watch, people who are chatty. Liv, Vicky, Ben, Roberto, like really solid. I mean, you couldn't, off the top of your head, name 4 more dynamic champions.
So Roberto in with ace-10 suited, Vicky in from the big blind with 5s. 4-way to the flop, which is king 5-3.
So you check. Did you all check? Yeah. Not yet. I have to figure out what I have first.
Sick angle.
Should someone explain the rules to these EPT champions?
Okay.
He's checking, don't worry. Next card.
I haven't hit the flop yet.
Oh,
I just hit the 4, by the way. If anybody wants to know what I got.
Jan Bublé has hit the 4. Ben Wilanowski's picked up a diamond draw. And Bublé bets 2,500 on the turn.
Oh, Bublé. Bublé's about to get motorboated. Ben Wilanowski's not in great shape either.
4's no good.
Guess he's a diamond?
Yeah.
Strong reads, Roberto.
I'm getting better.
That is a raise from Vicky to 7,500.
Man, Bublé's going to think he has the stone nuts here.
Just calls.
Wasn't called.
Apparently so.
It was a snap call.
Wilanowski folds, heads up to the river.
To quote John Woo,
I'm
I
suitably
thought
chastened.
for a while, and then I snap called.
Full house for both players.
Goodness. Well, Jan, it was nice knowing you.
Juan.
Remember, they are super deep. 500 big blind starting stacks. And this looks like just a call from Bublé.
Wow.
No, raises to 35.
Yeah, he snuck a 25K chip in there,
I'm all in.
I think.
And Vicky is all in.
Vicky is about to double off of Bublé.
That pass.
And Bublé
Good
gets away
fold.
from it.
Hey, that's an EPT champion right there.
Vicky, 1.5x starting stack. Of course, there's going to be familiar faces at every table. Sandra Noyaux, who we saw win in Dortmund in Season 5. Galen Hall, who won the PCA in January of 2011. There's another PCA champ, the Elkster.
He didn't do it.
No.
Of course, he's here.
Of course,
Okay.
Rat Guy is also an EPT winner.
Hey, am I crazy? Excuse me, mister.
Okay.
It's funny because
C'est pour
you
tout le
have
monde, ça,
one
c'est
of the-
pour tous les Français, pour tous les joueurs, je les respecte tous. J'aime le poker, je vous le dis quand même. C'est tout. Je m'amuse
so you
avant
have
tout.
one of these events. and there's like a bunch of champions that don't really need this free roll, and you're like, I really hope they show up, but you're guaranteed that like all of like the fringe weirdos are coming for the free roll.
Saw that even Freitas, the most recent winner, is also at that table. Meanwhile,
Is he all in already?
Gesh Combined finds himself all in with 7 deuce and flop 7-7-6. It's always coming 7.
Bring it on.
Oh, they got the 7 deuce game running.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, I see.
Meanwhile, Kevin McPhee, former Berlin champ.
Did anybody on this table win an EPT? Did anyone win an EPT on this table?
No.
An EPT?
What's that?
Yeah. Big blind?
Oh, Roberto, you are funny.
Am I the only one?
What's it like?
It wasn't funny right
I
away,
don't recognize anybody in here.
but it's getting funnier as he goes.
If you fold, I will never forgive you, Roberto.
A room full of champions. You know you might regret that. You know
Probably
that.
not.
Why? You could take all your chips in this pot.
Unlikely.
6, 7, 8, 9,
Oh.
10. Roberto
Hard for you
Romanello
to take all your chips when
has
all my chips when I
flopped a
start with
straight.
Roberto truly is the cock. The
And
champion.
go. you. Yeah.
That's a weak bet.
You should raise.
Tempted.
If you make it like 20K, I might fold.
Ben, there's no more cards to come, and you are both.
He's made it
And bottom, by
20,025.
the way. But you can't call. You can't call even if you got an ace.
I don't think you've played poker with me before, have you?
It's on you. If you call, you win.
I'm considering it. Let me think
I'm
for a
being
while.
serious.
Flop.
If you call, you win. Simple as that. Can't be more honest than that, can I?
Calls, and Roberto
Oh my
tables the
God.
straight.
Got him.
You've done that. You're a warlock.
I said.
How did you?
I don't know. That's what I do. It's my game.
Beware the Welshman. All women know this. They can sweet talk you into anything.
The Welsh wizard.
Exactly.
The Welshard.
Everyone's favorite EPT champion is all in.
I mean, I fold.
He is a 3-1 favorite here. Will Fry has got 11 outs though.
Will Fry have 11 outs.
And it's a 10 on the river. A set for Fry, and Freitas is eliminated.
No round of applause? No one? No standing ovation?
Nope.
Grand final champion, how dare you?
Elke all in with 8s. Jason Mercier has opened with King Queen. There are other players to act, including the original champion, Alexander Stevic.
He's a sweet boy.
I feel like you have the best hand, plus you win, so
Like Super 8 versus Real Steel. One of these two things from 2011 has a slight mathematical advantage.
Who wins in a coin flip between Elke and Jason Mercier?
It is truly the greatest race. The unstoppable force versus the immovable object. Chop, right? They have to chop it. Is there? No.
King of cards.
Oh, there is another Snowman's on the turn, and Elke gets the double up through Mercia. Blind's now 2-4.
What's the blinds?
2 and 4.
Hardigan just said that.
Roberto makes it 1,075. Pocket threes for Michael Eiler. He is in.
Whenever I see that name, I think it's the kid from The Sopranos, who also oddly plays poker.
Livery in from the small blind with King Jack, and Jan Bublé re-raises with nines.
Now, in this style tournament, I don't know if I'm going to be 3-betting nines that often. You're just going to get so few folds.
There we go. Easy money.
Especially when people start so deep. Doesn't look like Bublé has much left behind either.
I might be wrong, my friend, but I'm gonna go with my read.
Ace 5. Jan Bublé all in for his last 30k.
How's your read looking?
Not good. Yeah. I didn't have king, but the ace, 2 aces change it a little bit, but you know what? I'm gonna stick with my gut instinct and make the fold.
Wow.
Nice hand,
Thank you.
Mr. Champion.
Bublé. Well done.
You could easily have had a small pair.
Yeah, he sure did. You don't want to be the smaller one in the cock.
300, 600 now. Michael Schultze with sixes.
All the superstars are here. Corin, Barry, Schultze. Maria Ho.
Michael Schultze is a former EPT Warsaw winner.
I was in the war. Saw.
Calls the re-raise. Nines versus sixes. Domination Nation. 8-5-3 on the flop.
Pretty likely to think they have the best hand.
Schultze bets 4K. Not playing in flow. Liv calls. We get the Jack of Hearts on the turn. Liv Barry now a 95% favorite as Michael Schultze bets again. 6K.
I just don't think you're going to get that many better hands to fold. Like, who's leading with a set here? Who's leading with an overpair bigger than... I could see you leading with nines or tens a little bit, but since Liv has nines...
Another 6,000.
Go on then.
Yeah.
You win.
And it's a call.
He does
not win.
He's got the upside down nines. Liv Barry actually has nines and wins a decent pot there.
Liv Barry doing exceedingly well in the cock.
Galen Hall versus Kevin McPhee. Galen, the at-risk player with King Queen. Kevin with the best hand, Ace Jack.
What a hand to come right after Liv Barry.
Queen on the turn, sees Galen Hall take the lead. Kevin does not hit on the river, and that is a double up for the PCA 2011 main event winner.
Huge double up. 316,000? Three starting stacks?
Galen flanked by Rob Hollink and Constant Reichenberg. And these are the chip leaders right now. Michael Tereniak is the biggest stack with 332k. Roland DeWolf second in chips. So many blasts from the past in that top 10. Brandon Schaefer, Michael Martin, and here Roland DeWolf finds himself all in with ace 6 against Michael Tereniak's aces.
Roland DeWolf.
Oh, it was the right color. Now that's good for him, right? That's like
That's, yeah.
Wing and a miss.
sick flop.
No, covers.
Covers?
And Roland DeWolf learns that he has been eliminated.
Nice try. He was just going to stick around.
Tereniak closing in on the 700k
Love the
mark.
sound of your own voice.
Oh,
Don't even.
I put 4 in. I put 2 antis in, so I'm missing. I put my anti over there. So, should be 1 over.
That's
I
your
was wrong
fault.
once before in 1986. Yeah, I thought so.
Sorry.
It was a very hot summer's day of June. Sorry.
Let us know the most fun you've had in Madrid. This
He's
week.
king for Ben Wilanowski, and he opens from the cutoff to 2,000.
Oh boy. Rockets.
Ruben Peters has the bullets, the boots, the sticks.
I think an answer for this question.
What's your name?
Ruben.
Ruben?
Yes.
Jan, Ruben. I still don't know you in the 3 seed.
Oh, Michael.
Mike. Oh, there's 2 Michaels. Oh. All right.
You guys know
Now I
that
got
Ruben
everybody.
Peters is actually
I'm also
David
Michael.
Peters'
Don't be
dad.
confusing.
Here you go, Ruben.
Wilanowski is 4-bet.
All in.
Peters all in. Has Wilanowski covered.
But it's a call. Look at our first.
And that is a call.
That is about as big a dog as you can possibly be pre-flop.
Ruben showing pocket aces against ace king of men. Rob shows check of clubs, 8 of spades, and 4 of spades.
He's not dead.
Brand shows
He is now.
Everybody.
7 of spades, first number, and your card is in clubs.
Wilanowski is Ofsky.
Hey, Roberto. Good luck. Always a pleasure. Best of luck, Michael.
All right, still a winner of sorts.
Good luck. Good luck. This hand.
Sorry, man.
That's all right.
That's just a cool one.
Good luck.
Enjoy yourself.
The camaraderie amongst these former champs. 800, 1,600 blinds. Whoa, extreme close-up of hole cards. Pocket queens for Michael Eiler. And now the other Michael, Schulze. He's calling from the small blind with 9-5.
We've got Michael Eiler and Robert Eiler and Steve Sharippa.
The 3. Calls in the big blind with king deuce of spades. It is a 7-5 deuce flop.
Schultz is going to lead again. Maybe he doesn't even know it's his turn. He just like, or that there are turns, and he's just like, you know what? I'm gonna go first on this one.
Gets raised by Eiler.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of raising the lead here. You're almost always up against some kind of like pair and backdoor straight draw.
Schulze picks up the club draw on the turn. Checks it.
Now, time for another big bet here.
18,200. Does Michael Schultz look like the kind of guy who folds a pair in a flush draw?
No.
Exactly.
Also, almost no one does.
Runner for Schultzer.
Everything's funner now.
He's in lead small.
Small?
Yeah, well,
Not super small.
half pot roughly, 30k. Is the king gonna save Isla?
I think the king in the line. Yes, I think he can get away. Exactly.
You have to show this time.
That line
Yeah?
No, he wants to see.
is just so rarely a bluff, especially when he's like putting no thought into it.
That was amazing. Roberto Romanello said to Schultze, you have to show this time. And Schultze thought, oh, I have to show? And was about to flip his cards over. And had to be informed, no.
Oh yeah. How's that working?
Well,
Moderately well.
pretty well actually, yeah.
He's lying to him. You're
No,
playing
he's not lying.
truth or
He's
dare.
just winding him up.
Roberto is the specialist
Yeah,
at
he's the
tilting.
master.
making
He's actually
people
left me
fold.
alone, which is nice.
Very considerate of him. Good luck.
Jan Scamper all in with jacks against Sandra Noyex's queens.
He's about to scamper out of here.
Yeah, no jack on the river. He's KO'd.
I really wish he would scamper and just be like, hee, bye. Hey, I have that book. I haven't read it, but I have it.
I have read it. It's excellent.
Is it a race between For Richer, For Poorer and The Biggest Bluff?
It's a very, very different book. Ah, David Van Plu has come to the feature table.
The Vamps!
As Libri opens under the gun with 10s.
We got Crazy Carl in chat today. What's up, Crazy Carl?
Vicky Corrin calls with 6s. Michael Schultzer, Jack 8 of hearts. He wants to play. It is a 6-high flop. Top set for Vicky.
That hand that Schultz just played, I mean, that explains how you become an EPT champion. Bet bottom pair, turn more equity, get there on the river, crack queens, profit. Really hoping that Liv caught this queen. Didn't need
Calls
to.
again. And now the full house. And Vicky checks it. Liv checks behind, does not fall into the trap.
How dare you?
Running hot, Vicky.
I know.
Running very, very hot.
Except I found somebody who wasn't going to try and make a move on the river.
Hell no.
No.
James, YouTube would like to know, is this tournament from 2011 or 2012?
2011. And Michael Tereniak, who was an EPT champion that year, is #1 on the leaderboard right now. Harrison Gimbel, PCA 2010 champ, second in chips. There's Tim Vance. Talking into his hat
Handsy.
again. All in against Constant Reichenberg.
See, he's one of the people I'm like, he's definitely showing up. Like, there was no shot Tim Vance wasn't coming. For this free roll. Flops the joint.
Not really.
Not really.
Don't pair the board.
Oh, we got chop outs. Chop outs.
Don't chop either. I need the chips.
Mario, don't do it.
Don't do it, Mario.
Oh, the 9.
Mario did not do it, and Tim Vance doubles up through Constant Reichenberg.
Everybody do the Tim Vance dance.
Nancy.
Nancy. Were you saying Nancy or M as in Manzi?
Meanwhile, Liv Marie finds herself all in with Ace Jack against Roberto
No, I haven't
Romanello's
stuck down
Kings.
anyone this trip.
I'm just gonna clip that.
Flop shows 6 of hearts, 4 spades, 6 of diamonds.
Don't you dare.
Carries deuce of hearts.
Not looking good for Liv. No ace on the river.
Good luck, guys. Nice playing with you all.
You can give me my sticker
Goodbye,
back.
Olivia.
I had ace king.
You did?
You know, I stick
I'm
with
sure
it.
we should have got it.
I had ace
I
king.
knew you were really
Just
strong.
thought
I'm
if
like-
you want to know, I'll tell you.
Yeah, thank you. Good luck, guys.
Luck.
Roberto, just over 250,000 chips. 3,000, 6,000 blinds now, and we're cutting through this field pretty quickly. Elke's come to the main stage. Sazik.
10,500.
Roberto opening with ace-9. Elke with ace-queen.
I'm all in.
Anything that you plan?
All in.
That's a lot of chips.
3-6 blinds now, though. It's getting pricey.
Do you have me covered? I'm not sure. Probably not. I just think you'll re-raise me for a better hand than me. I think I got the best hand. Yeah? I call.
Roberto wrong and Ello.
No, I'm not. I'm losing. Nice hand.
And ace-queen is holding. Roberto Romanello has 3 outs.
On the river. Oh, that's amazing.
Oh.
So now Roberto has his table.
Picks up additional outs and then some. 11 cards. Could eliminate Elke, but he holds.
Elke will double up.
40, 160, 150, 160. 7 more, yeah?
All right, so I
It's
assume
gonna
we're
be
just
one
gonna
hell of a
stay here
comeback.
and wait for the Romanello bust out.
Oh dear, just 15k now for Roberto.
Yeah.
4,000, 8,000 blinds.
Is Elke gonna finish the job?
Sazik.
So see.
Brandon Schaefer,
Oh,
a season 1 winner.
he's the one that's the veteran, right?
I believe he was.
I like that. Romanello not all in this hand.
Vicky Corrin with ace jack in the big
Oh,
blind.
yeah, let's flip it.
Elke calls. With a 10 tray deuce flop. Classic ace jack board.
Right?
That's 75,000.
No way you're getting Elkster to fold this with one overcard. That'd be a Christmas miracle.
Calls the 75k. We're going to the turn. Which is the 3 of clubs pairing the board. Elke now an 86% favorite.
Not a helpful card for Vicky. Not even a scare card for nines.
Fires again, 100,000.
One top 4 paid something.
Elke calls.
Have you still not raised? All this time you've been playing the hand. Do you have a pair of tens? I'll be very cross if you do.
Jack on the river. Elkie gets rivered.
I don't think you'll be cross if he has a pair of tens. Not now.
Check.
Elkie takes the free showdown. Oh, Elkie's so sick.
No pair of tens.
Say it. Say it. Staying at the feature table. And Schaefer with 9 deuce. Michael Martin, queen deuce.
Oh, what a handsome fella.
All in.
Roberto Romanello all in for his last 37k
It's
with
about 77,
10-8.
like.
No way.
Ah, you caught me. 77,000.
Gotta do it.
So now Roberto is all in with
It's a little bit worse than a coin flip.
Roberto needs to win this to stay in the Champion of Champions event. There is a 7 on the flop for Elkie.
Not just a 7.
The queen as well. 2 pair. No help for Roberto on the turn. And he is KO'd.
Roman, hello. More like Roman, goodbye.
Nice playing with you.
Say it. No,
I'm not that good.
not Tim Vance.
Tim Vance will not be
It's been a pleasure.
going heads
No,
up
it was
this
definitely my
event,
pleasure.
James. You're fine.
My pleasure for sure.
Such a disappointment that we won't have an interminable heads up.
Do the Vance. Final boss. The Humpty Vance.
Tereniak closing in on the 600k mark. I think we can say with some certainty that Michael Schulze got schlooged. Apologies, Michael Schulze fans. I know that's the only reason why you were watching the stream. Hopefully you've come to appreciate some of the other players we've now showcased, and maybe you'll stick around for them. Max Likov is now on the main stage, opening here with Ace King. Likov, the winner of the only ever EPT Kiev.
I'm all in. All in.
Elkie all in with 9s.
actually it's back to now.
I'm alone.
I think he's gonna
How many chips do you have?
About
let
4
some
or
of these
something.
chips drown, I think.
Vicky, stay out the way.
You're so cool. Oh,
A
no.
little unlucky, given this
You
dynamic that
better have
Vicky.
aces here.
Come on, come on.
Come on.
You first. Let's go, let's go. It's a turbo turn.
The only one who cares is Vicky. She's like, I want to see what I folded to.
Likov, the at-risk player, he needs to win this flip.
No shows.
King high flop.
8. So now
Club might make things a little bit spicy.
flat. So now
Elkie now with 11 outs.
there with the club.
Bam! Spice.
And we want to see 9 on a club.
What? So sick.
He said it!
Never. Man, you went too good. That's so sick.
Yeah, you lose coin flip. I ran too good.
You probably had an ace or a king too.
27
She had an ace for sure. 127?
and 500.
Likov now close to 600k.
Nice hand.
Don't mind playing against your hand, but I don't like playing.
7. This is 137.
What's happening over here? Kevin McPhee all in with pocket 8s.
Gimbal, gimbal.
Harrison Gimbel has called. Jason Mercier folds. And we're off to the races again.
Like the cast of Glee versus Nicole Scherzinger.
Queen, high, flop.
Yeah, close with that one.
Not close enough.
Red is a sweat.
And Kevin is KO'd.
I've always admired Liv's ability to be on camera with her boyfriend, like her current boyfriend. Like, I would always want to avoid it because then when you're not with that person, then you got a lot of questions to answer. But she's always very brave about it. Good for her.
Back at the feature table, Michael Martin all in with King 9 against Sandra Noax with Ace 9. Domination Nation.
7 of spades. That's the one. Ace of spades. 7 of spades. 7 of spades. Go on.
Oh, how about the 4? No, nothing.
King required for Michael Martin to stay in this event.
King me, dealer.
It's a 10.
Good game, guys. Good luck.
And I think we might be down to one table, Joe.
Really?
Yeah, you finally managed to win one of them.
Oh, what does that mean? Did he get her before? That was loaded. That was a loaded statement.
Said with such menace. Sure enough, down to the final 9. Taking their seats on the main stage. One more player to lose until we have our official Champion of Champions final table.
A lot of people think 9 is a good number for a cock, but it's actually 8.
Aces for Galen Hall. Opens on the button.
All in.
Harrison Gimbel all in from the small blind with the sailboats. This is
Oh, no.
PCA main event champion versus PCA main event champion.
Somebody get Poya Nazarian to officiate.
Zari did not make it to this event. Glenn Chorney also absent.
Too bad I was feeling chorny.
10-7-3 on the flop. Ace is now 9-1 favorite. Aces hold, and that will see Harrison Gimbel KO'd in 9th place. And that means the final table is set. And looks like we're going to dedicate the second half of this broadcast to the final tables. Hopefully, meteor action as they play down to the champion of champions. Hall, Tereniak, Noyox, Corrin, Mercier, Likov, Gropelier, and Schaefer. All EPT winners, all coming back to play for the €100,000 prize pool. And it's time for an impromptu EPT quiz. Joe,
Oh, God.
can you name the season? You get a bonus point if you can name the event. Brandon Schaefer, which season, which event?
It was season 1 or 2. I'm going to go with season 2.
Incorrect.
Okay, season 1.
Yes.
And it wasn't Barcelona, because that was Alexander Stevic.
It was.
And it wasn't Monte Carlo.
He was the runner-up in Monte Carlo.
And that means that it was Berlin.
Which wasn't on the EPT in season 1. It was
Germany.
Deauville.
Deauville.
So far, you're doing really badly. Okay, Elke, which season, which event?
Oh, you won the PCA
Yes.
in season 3.
Wasn't added to the EPT until season 4. Maxim Likov,
Likov won Kiev in season 5.
season 6. Interestingly, you're doing better with the events than the season, and this quiz is meant to be about the seasons. Jason Mercier.
Jason was San Remo 6.
No, that was Liv Baree. Jason Mercier won the first ever San Remo, which was season 4. You're going to get this one. I'm feeling it. Vicky Corrin.
London 4.
3. Sandra Neuox.
She won in Germany, but it was it Berlin? What was the other German? Dortmund. She's won Dortmund
In season
4.
No, 5. Okay. 2 more. Michael Tereniak. Granted, no TV show, no live stream, but I have referenced it a few times, especially in the last few days.
I want to say Villamora.
No, it was Copenhagen. But what season, Joe?
Season 2.
Jesus Christ. I mean, you can lead a horse to water. Mention him a lot in the last few days. What season are we covering right now?
Season 7.
Thank you. Finally, if you get this one wrong, I'm just going to disconnect you and I'll do the rest of the show by myself.
I hope I get it wrong.
Galen Hall.
Galen Hall won the PCA.
Yeah. Which
in
season?
Season 7.
Thank you. You are 1 for 8.
Dude, I got a lot of those.
Wrong.
Half.
Correct. You got a lot of them wrong.
And I won, and it was a flip every time. It was a flip. I was 1 off for every single one of them. I'm just
Wow.
bad at flips.
Have you ever wondered how you might perform in one of your own dumb games on the podcast?
Yes, because my dumb games all have like a way that you can suss it out
Yeah.
based on basically it's completing a punchline. These aren't punchlines.
No, but these are sussing out stuff that you've watched within the last 9 months.
That's a long time. That's a baby gestation period.
Let's get to the final table. Let's have a proper introduction for our 8 EPT main event winners competing for title of Cock. The shortest stack coming into this final table with 314k, Brandon Schaefer.
It's a really tough field. All of the players here know how to win a tournament, obviously. They're all EPT champions.
7th in chips with 380k, Elky.
There aren't been any single WPT winner so far, so it's like really interesting and I really hope I can win it.
With 405,000, Maxim Likov. 535k, Jason Mercier.
We're just out here to have a good time, and hopefully, a few of us will be able to win some money.
The EPT's first female champ with 602k, Vicky Corrin.
I'd love to win the tournament. Of course, everybody would. I'd be mad not to.
The tour's second female champion, Sandra Neuox, with 786k.
The champion of champions. I mean, it sounds pretty good. Let's go for it.
Michael Tereniak second in chips. He's got 830k. And the chip leader with more than a milli, it's Galen Hall.
I'm a poker player, so I love free rolls. Should be a fun field. Definitely looking forward to it.
Who will be the champion of champions? Sosik.
I mean, Galen Hall already won $2.3 million this season. You're good. You don't need any more. How about Brandon Schaefer? Let's get him back on the scene.
Action folded to Galen. Now round to Michael Tereniak in the small blind. Ace-9.
I think Michael Tereniak's the only player at this table that I've played with, James.
And how did that work out for you?
All in.
I think I busted him.
Sick brag.
Yeah.
Jason Mercier all in with deuces.
535.
Call.
And Michael calls.
And we are off to the races, flipping a coin, first hand of the final table. Deuce is going to hold here?
Yeah, I think they are.
Reddick's got 11 outs, aces 9, 7 6s.
Jason has like 30 outs.
That is a full
I love
house.
making full houses.
Jason Mercier. And I think he's just taken the chip lead.
That's how it's going to go, huh?
This is not an EPT main event. It's a free roll, so no, this does not count as a second EPT win. Not even sure if there was a trophy for this. I'd like to think there was. Yeah, there was a trophy. Of course there was a trophy.
They weren't real stingy with the trophies back then.
Jason opened with Queen 10. Sandra Noyok says 3-bet to 111,000 with Ace King.
Remember how intimidating Sandra Noyok used to be, and then one day she just showed up at a tournament dressed like a hot dog, and it just totally ruined that image.
I remember us smuggling a dog into EPT Barcelona one year.
So you're gonna say you remember her smuggling a hot dog, and I was like, whoa, slow down a second.
Well, they don't like it if you bring food in. They want you to use the concession stand.
That's correct.
I'm all in.
A dejected Elke, all in from the button with 10-6 of diamonds.
I think somebody should give Sam Chauhan a call on Elke's behalf.
I call.
Likov calls with Queen Jack.
I think I have one. I mean,
Yeah, he has him covered. He has him covered. Barely.
cool. It's queen high.
You shove with 10 high.
You
What do you
crazy
want?
Frenchman. So
Yeah, you crazy Frenchman. Elke's outs, 10s and 6s. Running diamonds would work. Oh. Nope. Actually, it was Likov who was at risk there. Elke just had Likov covered. That's going to leave Elke super short now.
That makes Elke's statement about you call with queen high a little bit more understandable.
59k for the Elkster. That's just shy of 2 big blinds. We're at the 50-30 blind level.
44, I think.
Run better, Mercier.
41 now. 41.
Yeah, tough to call it off with a6,
Morning.
but all in for less.
It's the one overcard for Elke. But there is an ace on the flop. Even in the
remember forever,
Champion
man.
of Champions
10
tournament,
like
there is always an
clubs.
ace on the
10
desk.
of clubs, come on. 10 of clubs to make it like.
Doesn't mean that he's guaranteed to win.
10 of clubs or jack of clubs.
Okay, now it's looking pretty good.
If the queen comes, that will be so sick. Just a 7. Elky survives.
What did you think I have when I raised under the gun, Elky?
I don't care. So an ace, man.
Elky with King 9. And all in again for 145k.
It's going to be an amazing comeback for Elky. Is he going to chip in a chair the cock? Cack the cock?
Mercia with ace 9 of strawberries in the small blind.
$145.
The Merce Dog makes the call.
Nox is out. It's Domination Nation. Not looking good for the Elkster.
Haven't you always wanted an
I wasn't
Elky?
slow rolling, I was balancing.
Elky would happily take a chop.
By a small margin.
But instead he's going to need a king on the river to survive.
No way, no way. One time. One time, come on.
You're using your one time in a free roll?
Boom!
And Elky is the first player out. Man down. Elky, the 8th place finisher. No prize. Remember, only top 4 make the money.
Good game. Good game, man.
If you use your one time and it doesn't hit, does that still count as using your one time?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I don't know. I just made it up there on the spot. Mercia up to 1.1 million. Chip leader with 7 players remaining. Blind still 15-30 and pocket 7s here for Brandon Schaefer.
30.
All in.
It's all happening.
And he's queen for Galen Hall.
He's all in.
Hey, do you remember my Galen Hall song?
No.
Galen Hall, Galen Hall,
How much is it?
Galen Hall.
Now that you mention it, I do remember it. Like Cougar Town versus Lie to Me.
Come on.
One of these two things from 2011 has a slight mathematical advantage. Uh-oh. I knew I was going to get burned if I did that early. It's still going to end up being a race, sort of. Should I just add a third thing in there?
Hang on, he hasn't called yet. He's folded. Leakov lays down jacks.
Oh, baby.
Oh, my.
Nah, dog.
I'd get an extra prize, would I?
No, why?
Oh, sorry.
Coin flip time.
What did Vicky show?
Either a queen or an ace, and we know that Jason's folded an ace as well. So it's Brandon Schaefer flipping against Galen Hall, Galen Hall, Galen Hall.
Those two cards being folded is going to make this so much more tragic for Brandon Schaefer.
Actually, Jack would be a fun sweat on the turn.
Stop it.
You got the pair sweat now, and then a 10.
Oh, wow.
2 red jacks.
Leakov missed a quads opportunity.
I want to see a jack over there.
Yeah, I know, right?
Quad opportunity.
You definitely don't want to see a face card. Because there's no more jacks.
Baby.
Oh.
Queen on the river means Brandon Schaefer is out in 7th place. And things could have been so different for Max Leakov.
What?
Good game. Good luck. Nice. Good luck. Good luck. Nice fold. Nice fold. Sick fold, sir.
I don't know how you fold jacks there anyway.
How can you fold?
I'm just assuming that everyone's got like aces and kings and queens. I mean, like unpaired blockers.
Galen Hall now chip leader. He and Mercier both have more than $1 million. Michael Tereniak, the short stack after that big hand at the start of the final table. And now we're going to play a hand from the Merce Dog's perspective as we sweat with Jason.
Galen is in the big line. Mike's and Michael pass.
Cool. Fold. It's not really that kind of tournament.
Raises to 80,000.
How
Uh-oh.
much do you have, Jason? Like 1.1?
Roughly. Possibly 1.2.
The only player who actually has a stack.
Great. Well, we fold. We're out.
Sure you want to fold?
Well, let me think about it. Maybe continuation bet one time.
Okay. You can't be too careful, right? I mean, what if Galen's got Queen 9?
Exactly. Continuation bet. Reevaluate on the turn. Hopefully we just win it here. Heart draw. Bigger straight draws. I don't like it. There's only one way to the top of the cock, and that's with nuts. Well, boy. The bad news is that could kill our action. The worst news is we're still losing to Queen 9. There's actually a debate going on right now in chat over the merits of the show Cougar Town, and I love it.
You love the debate or you love the actual TV show?
The debate. I've never seen the show, but the fact that it's been discussed for more than 1 minute is easily the longest anyone's ever talked about Cougar Town. All right, we are betting again. Fine. Obviously. I want to make sure we charge hearts.
I wonder if Galen's got a random 9. I wonder if this is now a chop.
9 of hearts up. Hello.
Martial arts zoom.
Okay.
Barry Greenstein.
Oh, wait, that's not a good card either, actually. Because King Queen was open-ended and had 2 overs. I'm just like checking this back. Am I crazy? Yes.
Jason Mercier says
trust
checks are for the bank.
Yeah, I trust Jason to do the right thing here. Checks are for the mix. 275 goes real small.
Come on.
Oh. Galen Hall shoves river all into call for Jason Mercier. And now Joe looks like a genius for suggesting that Jason should have checked back the river.
But here's the thing. When I say check back the river and Galen shows 2 pair or a set, I look like an idiot.
No, he's
Now
way
I'm going to
stronger.
tank like 4 minutes.
I mean, this is a case of at best you're chopping.
Yes, you got to call for a chop here. I think it's King Queen, just like Johnny Unlucky, because we're both unlucky and we both get sucked out on here.
That one to call with King Queen on the turn.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. problem with folding is that like this is such a fast tournament, and if you leave yourself short, you're just kind of boned. It's not like you're playing an EPT main with hour-long levels.
Really think you're
Also, when Jason calls here and he wins, I look like an idiot too for checking back.
God, no, I really
Just
wish
accept
you
you're going to look like an idiot, and let's establish that Jason is probably losing here.
No, then I look like a genius if Jason loses.
took a really long time. King, Queen of Hearts. I don't think it'd take that long to call. I call.
Jason calls. Ace 9.
It is a chop. And you know what they say, Joe? Everyone loves a chop, but especially in the cock.
Yeah. I thought I might be able to get you to fold Queen 9 too.
Queen 9 I wouldn't fold. For that specific reason.
Wow. What a hand. That might be my favorite sweat with hand of all time.
Galen Hall, Galen Hall, Galen Hall.
He is something, that's for sure.
20,000, 40,000 blinds.
Take it, boss.
Galen raising with King Jack off. 80k.
80,000.
King Jack off in the cock.
Sandra with ace 10. And she re-raises to 200,000.
Re-raise, all in.
All in to call with ace 10. Folds.
You can look at them both if you want.
Yeah, sure. Show them
What are they?
Show it.
King Jack.
Ooh.
Jack and diamond.
Oh. I've forgotten that Michael Tereniak was at this final table. Queen 10 of hearts.
Isn't it weird that Michael Tereniak's not interacting with anyone?
Oh, God. Well, the good news for you is I have a really terrible hand.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. I assume that means you're...
James, I can't believe this
No, it doesn't mean that.
domain name was available, but I just bought a domain based on
Oh, sorry, I'm not sure.
what just happened. I just bought the web address www.kingjackoff.com.
Can we look at it?
You want to run it
Little
once
to
or...
your right, little to your right. Thank you.
Thanks for inspiring that.
Not,
Oh boy.
You want to run it twice now?
not the worst flop in the world for Tereniak. Open-ended. Jason with top.
6 of clubs.
Tereniak looking for a king, queen, or 8 on the river. Yes, that would have been trip 6s for Vicky.
River is the 2 of clubs, so much better help from Michael. It's going to be our 6th place finisher.
Now, you see, you talked me out of it. I had a 6.
Oh, yeah, you were going to call.
I might have. I had, like, so many chips in the pot already.
Good game, Mike.
What did you fold?
Good game.
Me,
6.
queen 6. I mean, he doesn't play brilliantly against those hands, but...
Wow.
Jason up to 1.67 million. Tereniak out in 6th place, down to the final 5 now. Vicky Corrin all in with King 5. Ace 6 suited for Max Likov.
Thought I caught 2 jacks.
Which is pass.
Alright, what have I got to beat?
Glasses are going on so Vicky can see the flop, which is King High.
Also, so it hides her tears of rage when Max catches 2 hearts.
Nope, just has to fade an ace on the river. That's a double up for Vicky.
Would this have counted as a 2-time win if she wins?
No. As we established earlier on, this is a free roll, not an EPT main event.
Next pass. Jason will raise it up to 100, and Sandra moves all in.
Mercia opens, Noyak shoves.
155.
155. So, if I, yeah. That's a raise, yeah.
It
all right,
reopens
all
the
right.
bed. King high.
Oh no.
Jason shows
We're on the bubble, right?
This is the bubble. I was just about to say that.
check.
Come on, Sandy.
Needs a queen or a jack. Needs to hit on the river.
It seems like Jason said she's leaving, but he's actually said she's getting stand-up equity.
So Sandra Noyak departs in 5th place. She bubbles this Champion of Champions event. Everyone else guaranteed at least 10K in EPT buy-ins. Mercia with the big chip lead. Galen Hall second in chips. Vicky just shy of $1 million. Max Likov, the short stack, with 400K.
I know it was a tournament full of superstars.
Play some poker, heads up. Little 30 big
Pretty
blind.
cool.
Oh, guys, it's a bad idea.
Final 4 though. Not gonna lie, there are some duds, some EPT dud champions, and we ain't got none here.
Very disappointed we didn't get more rat action from Lucien Cohen in the show.
I'm not. Rats off to you.
I'm all in.
Call.
Oh, that was quick.
At aces?
What does he have? He has King Deuce.
You know how much she has?
What?
Why did you call?
You have like 12 bigs, don't you?
I've got 900,000.
Oh, well, that was a mistake.
Oh,
I'll be really
Galen.
sad if I don't win this hand. There.
You're like,
Rockets.
What?
Please don't
Am
do
I not
anything
being
horrible.
Keeping track of what's going on here?
She has 900,000.
You know what? I'm happy for you to give him his chips back and we'll just play the next hand.
Wow, that's a deal that you guys could probably work out.
All right, yeah, fine.
No, I
Can we do
don't.
that?
I don't think you can do that.
I'm assuming that's not allowed.
I want.
I mean, I already know
to
when
see
we
this
get
hand
there,
play
so-
out.
Let's see the flop.
Please don't do anything
Galen
weird.
Hall thought it was like a 10 big blind shove, but Vicky actually had a decent stack.
Wow.
And of course there's a king on the flop.
Oh my goodness.
King of clubs.
There better be an 8 on the turn. I don't want to wait as far as the river.
10 of clubs.
Why is he calling for cards?
No
This
ace.
is so poker.
Okay. Well,
That is
Well, I
so
enjoyed it.
poker. Galen, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Weird,
Yeah. A weird,
good luck.
Yeah, I need
No,
it.
no, that's fine.
This is awkward AF.
Maybe we can see a numbers.
You're just big blind. Three-way chop.
So yeah, Galen Hall misread Vicky's stack. He opened with King Deuce. She shoved with 8. He snap called because he thought the reshove was for like 10 big blinds.
60.
But
You want
once
to
the
play
chips
heads
are
up
in,
'cause
they're
I'm,
in.
like, my thought process is completely falling apart right now. I have too much swag to fold at any point here.
How much?
Oh my god.
Aces?
Wow.
And I make a fold.
If I opened, I was not going to fold.
Huh?
If I opened, I was going to 4-bet, 6-bet.
Yeah, and I fold 5 big blinds.
Yuck it up, guys. Did Vicky real dirty.
Likov all in.
Call.
Jack 3 of spades. This is a short stack, Galen. This is.
I knew how much you had that time.
Yeah, exactly. Pay attention.
He still has no shot.
Ace of hearts and 9 of diamonds.
2 times aces, ace 9, a lot of aces. Just a jack.
Ace high flop.
Queen of spades, eh?
I saw the 3 first.
Just 3 of diamond.
It's good to visualize a specific card. Not just a 3.
1 time.
Damn, buddy.
Max Likov out in third. So Vicky got 10k in EPT buy-ins. For his third place finish, Max Likov gets 15k in EPT buy-ins.
What a neat heads up here. 2 superstars of the game. 2 Americans on the European Poker Tour.
Jason Mercier. Galen Hall. Stars of the game. Playing heads up for a trophy and EPT credits. Galen's got the chip lead. Jason's got swag. Let's deal the cards.
Time to find out who's going to get stabbed in a club later.
Mercier with King 5. Raises to 120k. Galen Hall with a dominating hand. Calls. But it's a King high flop.
Domination, rotation.
Jason, 105,000.
325.
How you're supposed to fold. Aha, you do not fold ASI. I like a raise here.
Frisky.
Yeah, you're gonna find out where you're at real quick. You don't have a ton of chips, right? You can't really go folding ace high, but you can't call multiple streets and show it down.
The shove from Jason wins him the pot. Galen Hall with the slight chip advantage. 2.9 million plays 2 million.
160.
By virtue of the structure of this thing, I don't think this is going to be as epic as the last heads-up battle we saw Galen Hall play against Chris Oliver.
Thank God.
All diamonds. Ace, 7, 6. Galen has the king of diamonds. Jason has paired his 6, though.
I don't know. King 9 with the king of diamonds is gonna feel like flopping the nuts here. IMO. Checks it though. Interesting.
Jason now nearly a 2-to-1 favorite. So much rotation of the domination.
Yeah.
But there is the flush on the river for Galen.
Domination, reinstation. How do we say that?
Restoration.
Restoration.
280,000 chips wagered by Galen Hall.
This is a diamond, right? 4 diamonds.
Follow your spidey sense, Jason. Those 4 diamonds, that means something. It's a clue.
I was actually hoping the diamonds missed, even though I had them.
So you're saying you had like 2 9s with a diamond?
I had king high.
King high.
Was that good?
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I had a pair. 2 pair, actually.
Well, yeah. I had a
The aces on board. Right? They both had a pair of aces.
He meant the pair on the board for the other pair.
Oh man. 5,100 now the blinds.
3 hands ago.
What's after 75 150?
That's not going to be after 21.
Really?
We both go all in.
It's
Both
possible.
the cards.
Is it going to be
Oh.
200.
Ace King for Galen. Ace Jack for Jason.
Sorry.
Merce Dog, the underdog.
Mercia re-raises to 460k.
This is a severe cooler. Heads up. Severe.
All in.
I call.
All in and a call. Galen Hall gets it in as a
Domination.
commanding favourite.
Nation.
And if Ace King holds, Galen Hall will be named champion of champions.
I guess that's what I get for asking if what's after 75 150.
There is a jack on the flop.
Oh my goodness.
The rotation continues. Jason now with a huge advantage. And unless there's a king on the river, Jason gets the double up and takes a commanding chip lead heads up.
You spin me right round, baby right round.
No king on the river.
Tournaments are silly.
Advantage Mercia. 4.47 million.
Ridiculous.
Just 535k for Galen.
I hope I don't have to pass all these back.
I have a feeling I'm going to get like even. Like people
I
are going to be
hope
not. I don't think anybody's rooting for
You
me
have
at
how
this
much?
point. 370.
Okay.
You can fold.
I can. I don't know if I'm going to, though.
Let's just see the cards first.
All in.
Jason shoves
Call.
on Galen, who calls it off with King 3. Jason ahead with Ace Deuce.
Not exactly a domination, but will we see a rotation? It's not even really going to make a dent in. Oh, it's over anyway.
Well, spades are a factor.
Spades are a factor.
3 of spades is a good card, right?
Yeah, that would be good. Or jack of spades is better.
Yeah.
Jack or 10 of spades.
I think 3 of spades is better, right?
Well, that seals the deal. Galen Hall drawing dead on the turn, and Jason Mercia wins the Champion of Champions event in Madrid, May of 2011. 25k in buy-ins for Galen Hall, 50k in EPT credit for the Merce Dog.
I'm just glad we finally got to see a cock.
That player is Jason Mercia. No real surprise, considering that this was right in the middle of his hot streak, which lasted a number of years. So that brings season 7 of the EPT to a close, and that brings EPT Retro to an end. We're not going to go beyond 2011, we're not going to go beyond season 7, but maybe some other TV shows from the PokerStars archive, from other global tours, will get the retro treatment in the new year. But there is no reason to be sad, and one of the reasons why today was always planned as being a slightly shorter stream than usual is Joe and I have got to get prepped because we're back tomorrow. We're now kicking off EPT Online. We've got 6 streams coming your way, starting tomorrow with the 10K High Roller final table. So that event's playing right now. They're going to play down to the final 9 tonight. We'll pick up the action tomorrow on day 2. We've got the 1K Arena Championship final table, the 25K Super High Roller, and then the 5K EPT main event. Starts on Sunday. We're going to pick up the action on Monday on day 2. We're going to have our world-famous bubble coverage. We'll watch them play down to the final table on Tuesday, and we'll have that final playing down to a winner next Wednesday. Really looking forward to EPT Online. I don't know why I'm so excited about this, but I don't know. I think it's, even though it's still an online festival, Joe, it'll still capture some of that EPT magic. I think because it follows the same format, the same schedule as what we're used to from our live events.
Look, I think it's, you just miss the EPT in general, right? So having an EPT online is better than having no EPT at all. That's how I'm looking at it. And I agree that the length of the broadcast, or sort of the length of the overall arc, and as far as what we're covering and the prize money and stuff like that, it should all be, pretty similar to what we're used to. So I, for one, am happy to have EPT anything at the moment.
Absolutely. So that draws a line under retro. I hope you enjoyed these streams that we did in the spring, summer months, and these 6 streams from season 7 of the European Poker Tour. Extending our thanks to the production team, especially Chris Cohen, Simon Cross, and Patrick Clouden. Back tomorrow with EPT Online, the usual live time of 1:30 Eastern, 6:30 UK, 7:30 Central Europe. We will see you then. Until then, from Joe Stapleton and me, James Hartigan, it's good night and thanks for watching.